Hey everybody, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the 42nd episode in my 4th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. I will spare you all a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy pun. In this episode, I want to start with a comment from Jeff regarding my Archdruid here, specifically with regard to what I was going to get for his hero upgrade. So Sustainable Warfare is an option in there, and Jeff correctly pointed out that if I had gotten that, it would be useful for Tier 4 King Shock Serpents later in the game, which would eat up a lot of gold. I probably maybe should have considered getting it anyway, because it would have still cut down on gold income somewhat significantly. I am making over 1,000 per turn right now, but any extra I can get is worth it. However, I did end up picking something else, and as both Civ5 Addict and Arvid Nelson pointed out, the Druid is actually at the max level, level 20, 2,000 out of 2,000 XP. In my newer games, I have since upped this to level 30. I think it's just a more interesting game when your heroes can keep leveling up. I don't like there being an XP cap like that, especially when there doesn't seem to be any that exists for regular units. So the only problem is that having changed that in my other games, I kind of forgot that in this game it was still set at 20. So I used up his remaining XP points and don't have anything left to use on him. So the way the Druid is now is the way he's going to stay, at least with regard to his abilities and stuff like that, his levels. But that's okay. He's still in pretty good shape and should be able to still do plenty of damage. I got all the main upgrades for him that I really wanted. Jeff also reminded me that the builder I have up here near Edoras, right here, the idea of this guy was basically I want to build a road connecting Edoras to the rest of my cave network. So I'm going to start by moving here, and then I'll build the road from, whoops, I just want the builder. Just want the builder, please. Okay, build the road from there to there. Oh, okay, never mind. These units, somebody in here has to move. You, get out of the way. So I'm going to try this again. There we go. That puts a road on both of those two spaces. Then he can turn around and actually can't quite make it back, so I'll just move him there. I'm going to move these other guys off of the builder so that I can see it more easily on the next turn. And then I'll just connect that road, or connect Edoras to the rest of everything I've got going on over here. Jeff also mentioned that I could consider casting Embrace Darkness on my new Goblin City. That's not a bad idea. This would be a great place for summons, especially elementals that could float right across these pesky rapids. However, I need to finish casting Great Mobilization first, so I'm currently working on that. I need to cast that, probably reinforce it, and then I can get back to doing other things like that. Let's see. Guess Who 115 correctly pointed out that this Pond Navy here will hurt my city's morale, just kind of being a nuisance. It's also providing line of sight for the enemies, so it would be good for me to get rid of that. I'm not sure, I don't really have any units here that can go over the water except for that ferry. Everybody else would have to embark, so I'm not really sure how to safely do this. I mean, it's not a lot. The one galleon is a little scary, but I mean, it just has a lot of health. I think what I might end up doing is like bringing just a load of flame tanks out on the water and going after it that way. I might be okay if I do that, but either way I'm going to have to wait until the next turn before I can do much of anything there. These guys still have movement, so let me just move them along while I'm down here. Comment from Tarsak had mentioned that I should consider building a bridge to get to Red. That's actually a great idea. Only problem is I don't know how well or easily I could implement that. So I would like to build the bridge going from probably this tile across here and then up here. And that would get me past those nasty rapids. The only problem is I don't have a builder anywhere in the area, and by the time I get one up here, it might have been faster for these units to just go all the way around, which I think is what I'm leaning on doing. I hate having to go that far out of my way when I'm trying to get to Red's capital that's just across that river. But it's not really safe for me to embark. Well, no, now that I think of it, I could embark all the units in a column formation kind of here, and should be able to get them all back into a triangle formation on the next turn. So if I can buy myself one turn, I might be okay. This ties into a comment from Red Marut about getting this watchtower right here. So this will give me a little extra view of what could possibly threaten me. Just a couple Manicore riders, and he doesn't seem to have anything down south. So I think that I will go ahead and embark them, probably on the next turn. We'll see what they throw at me. I'll move them in that direction, and I'll try to keep this scout handy to get that tower back on the next turn, if he can. I'll leave him here in the water for now. Okay, and then last comment for this episode that I want to mention is Red Marut pointed out that the Empire quest for All Knowing is still up in the air. I'm not used to even having a chance at getting one of these going up against Emperor computers because of all the extra research they get, but for some reason they haven't finished it. Maybe they're too busy focused on killing each other. I can hope. I'm actually getting very close. I will research Forge Blast in one turn. But considering that, I don't think I've 718, yeah. Considering that I could always get like a boost, a research boost, and could get that in a single turn if it triggers at the right time. I could get it basically for free without having to spend a turn to get it. It's probably better for me to start researching Earthquake now, because if I get the research boost during Earthquake, great. You know, it cuts some time off Earthquake. If I get it at the end of Earthquake at the right time, then I might get Forge Blast instantly. And I definitely want to try to get All Knowing if possible. That's 2 extra specializations. That could be extremely useful depending on what I get. Alright, that's all the comments, so I'm going to continue cruising along here. We have some Watchers to kill. And I think this army can handle them with no trouble, so I'm just going to do that. Send the Theocrat in after it. I'm going to try to conserve other armies' movement so everybody can get to where they can embark, hopefully on the next turn. Alright, let's begin with some free XP, shall we? How about buffing those those trolls, giving them Touched by Faith. And keep the Forge Priest around for some healing later if he needs to. Actually, the Theocrat has plenty of healing, I think. I might go ahead and just buff the Knight now and give him flames so he can more easily deal with those Phantasm Warriors. Okay, and now I think I'm just going to charge. All these units should have... Okay, none of them have Spirit Protection. That's a Warlord thing with Strong Will. So they could get petrified by this, which would be annoying. But the Theocrat can't be. And the Knight can't be. On that note, I think I want the Knight to just go charging in. Or at least get in this guy's face. Okay, they petrified that guy. Now, everyone has Divine Justiciars, so it's not the end of the world if that guy goes down. They all have Resurgence. Okay, the Knight got stunned. That does kind of suck. Let's see here. Can get rid of one of these guys, no problem. Actually can get rid of the other one with the Theocrat without any trouble. I want to make sure to do it with units that have elemental attacks. Those Phantasm Warriors are pretty tough versus anything else. And let's see here. I think I want to kill that guy. Yeah, he's got a little bit of spirit damage. I'll let him deal with that. See what happens. The stun in combination with the petrify effect can be a problem. Fortunately, they did not get petrified. I'm just gonna smash this thing as hard as I can. Well, he got a critical hit, but also got instantly stunned. Let's see here. I can maybe get it with them. Alright, cool. I was hoping to immolate them. That would have been nice. Alright, let's buff this knight a little bit. About Ironheart. Kill him, please. Nope, he's stunned. If they were smart, they would be trying to kill the Theocrat. They're not very smart. Oh, if I was smart, I would have converted some of those Phantasm warriors. I guess an apprentice is better than nothing. I can't convert these Watchers, so they just need to go die. Oh, that Holy Champion helps. Okay, how about Goblin? They're both Goblins. How about I try converting the one that has more health? Whoops, I didn't need to get adjacent to it to convert it. Actually, now that I'm here, I can probably seduce or dominate. Either of those would be a bit more likely to succeed. It did not succeed. Okay, I don't want to risk anything happening to the Theocrat, so I'm just gonna finish these guys off. Alright, he'll get his army back. He'll be a little beat up, but he'll get him. Yeah, they're really beat up. Let's see here. The undead would be going up against a bunch of fire units. I will bring in a little bit of help for that. And I think I'm just going to auto this one. Okay, everybody's fine. Okay, those guys are more or less out of movement. I think I need to finish the turn like this. That'll work. I can actually, well, no, I'll leave the spy drone where it is. Okay, so they are good for now. And my hero leveled up. He is at level 15, so he's still got plenty to go. I think I was upgrading his spellcasting points a bit. Yeah, I was going to turn him into a little bit of a spellcaster. He can already cast Blessing of Health. He can cast Purifying Burst, Rebirth. Rebirth isn't that useful for him since all of his units have Resurgence already. Casting it on himself might actually be useful. I don't know. I think for now I'll just upgrade his spellcasting points. I don't know if casting it on himself, so I wonder if like he died during a battle and another one of my units died, but I still won the battle. Would the unit that died, like I know he would come back, but would the unit that died come back? Would Resurgence work for the unit that died? Would it recognize that it had Resurgence before or after my king died, or before or after my king returned? I don't really know. If any of you guys know that, feel free to say something down in the comments. Okay, I'll stay just outside the border so those fairies don't come after the lost soul. At least I don't think they will. Well, got Archons, a whole bunch of them. Wouldn't mind those guys wandering over close to where my Necromancer is, but I can't go that far out of the way to deal with them right now. That's a big red city there too. I'm gonna kind of edge down this way and maybe try to get out of range of those Manicore Riders. I think I might still be in their range anyway. That flyer might be toast, but we'll see. Yeah, I want this guy to catch up with everybody else. Earth Elementals are really good. And kind of want to leave this army in just a stack of 3. I'm going to leave some units back around this city for the time being. I want to just make sure this city is well defended, because it is kind of a frontline city, and my army may have to wander pretty far away, or at least if they go across the water, they won't be able to make it back very quickly if there was some emergency here. So I need this city to be able to fend for itself a little bit. So I'm going to leave everyone here on defense for just until I can kind of figure out what's going on with red. Let's see where we at here. Oh yeah, these are the guys who just took out that giant city. I need to get rid of that bandit camp. That's kind of a nuisance. And then probably clear the way for another city in this area. Let's start by clearing this. Maybe sending these other knights down to clear that. Yeah, we'll split up a little bit here. Very likely victory. I will manual this one because we're dealing with spiders and webs. Can be a little tricky. But for the most part, my firstborn should be able to just stand there. That's the other thing. This army is a lot better at standing around rather than attacking. I don't want the computer to be dumb with my units. Alright, so we'll just put you guys in a formation kind of like this and let you go. Oh, well. That's about what I should have expected from those spiders, I suppose. Okay, well, you need to die. You're kind of in the way now. Oh, good, you have killing momentum. You can move. That's right. Let's get rid of that thing. Stay on defense there. And just to keep them from... Oh yeah, right. Killing momentum's on everybody. So I can kind of... I won't be able to kill him. Probably best to... Well, actually I should be able to. Yeah, he's fine. Good there. Yep, they're good. No more ogres. You don't pick on the weak guy. Tunic of the Young Adventurer, another defender item. I think that's the second one of those I've found. I'll take it. I think it might be good on the Warlord, so I will send it his way. If he's already got something better, I'll probably just sell it after it gets there. Okay, there's an assassin in this group. Should be okay. Want to be careful with that one knight that's kind of beat up. Alright. You guys have been just a little bit of a nuisance. Okay, I want to pay close attention to where that assassin is, and preferably park a knight right in its way. Right, that way is open. I'm going to go... Well, first I'm going to do this. I'm going to move him up. Keeping him in the back. And also probably watch his flank just in case something tricky happens. Assassin Strike doesn't do a whole lot on it. On the direct front. At least not against a silver rank human knight. Okay, let's open up some more ways in, I suppose. 1, 2, 3. get rid of that assassin right off the bat. Actually, probably should have opened up... Yeah, I should have opened up the other gate. That's okay. I'll just leave them on defense for the moment. They'll sprint, but I don't think they'll be able to very easily flank. Might be able to flank that guy, or that guy. Yeah, okay, they got plenty of flank opportunities, but they won't do enough damage to severely hurt anybody. Alright, now let's see if I can use lifesteal to my advantage. I want to open that up. Open that up. Ah. That's annoying. Oh, they're gonna get one more hit in on me. Goblin Swarm Darter and a Crazed Chicken. I like that Swarm Darter. I don't really care that much about the chicken. I'll take it. It'd be crazy to not take a Swarm Darter, considering I'll eventually be fighting some elves. As far as the chicken goes, he's probably just going to get sold. Let's go to... I wish this told you, like, somewhere in here, how many free item slots each individual hero had. My king seems to have had a lot recently. So I'll send it his way. Alright, and then the rest of this is just random structures that need to be cleared, I suppose. These guys would be great down in... Actually, both of those Halls of the Forefathers need to be cleared. So I think I'll send them that way. I'll just stack all of those guys on top of each other for the time being. Okay, now back over here. Actually, these guys need to defend. They can't really move. They're out of movement points for this turn. Alright, and how about these galleons? I'm hoping this is a coastal, like a mermaid city out here. I'm sure I don't want to go the other way. I think we're good. Good, it is a mermaid city. It is also full of things that could probably kill me. Yeah, that's a lot of tier 4 units. I'm gonna have to probably hold off on that. Let's just keep sailing around this way. Maybe come back to that later. I don't think my galleons could quite handle that amount of firepower. Who knows? Maybe they'll chase after me. I don't know. We'll see. This guy was going up here to join the rest of these units. Gonna need the Sorcerer Army to... Well, I'm still waiting on these guys to catch up, which they're getting pretty close now. Oh yeah, I wanted to build this road first. And that'll help the Matrix catch up a little bit. And I'm going to move forward with him, build the fort, build 2 towers, build maybe another fort up there, and then probably build a road going back this way. That'll help these guys catch up a little bit faster. Leave everybody kind of bundled up together here for just a little bit longer. Alright, so now the Matrix are with the Sorcerer, and the next turn I will go after this, try to get that snake. Might even be able to get a couple other nice things to join with that group. And then the Prospector, well, what does he need to do now? Maybe go dig this up a little bit. Pretty much opened most of that up. Actually, yeah, these cave walls here don't really do me any good anymore because of all that I've got control over this whole area. So, I don't know, I might be able to dig out some of them. I kind of want to still leave the watchtower behind a barrier there just in case any scouts sneak through. Just looking for other cave walls he can dig out without really any concerns. There may be some up far north. I might actually use this guy as a scout now. It might not be a bad idea. I'd like to see what's up in here. Yeah, I'm going to send him north. I want to see where this road leads. Of course, there's a hostile city there, which could be a problem. I don't think I could actually even get through that. I'm going to send him around and go back towards this city. Alright. So we'll go up there and see what's up north. This group, I'll leave there for the moment. Haven't really quite decided what I'm going to do or how this is going to all be set up when I'm done fortifying this area. These guys, I know exactly what they're doing. Going here. Enter very likely victory. I'll manual this one. The druid's a little bit too valuable to take any chances with. I should not need to use Beast Horde here. I think I can handle this without. And more XP for these units. Should probably save Beast Horde for situations when I really need it. Oops, those are Draconians that firebomb on everyone. Yay. Well, the big beetles did not care for all of that. That monster hunter handled that surprisingly well. Let's get in these guys' face a little bit. He probably used... Yeah, you're a monster hunter, but I'm not scared of you. Okay, that's unfortunate. Oh, I could have used Lightning Bolt. I didn't even notice that until too late. I'll just shoot this guy a little bit. So he can't really do much of anything now. And the big beetle took just enough damage there that I want to be a little cautious with him. Maybe I'll just sit back and shoot at this guy here. Prevent him from fleeing quite as easily. Oh, they're all just gonna gang up on him. Nope, can't quite get him. Alright, you need health. The big beetle is kind of fragile. So much for having Animal Slayer. Alright, looks like somebody ganged up on the knight there. You're kind of stuck in there, aren't you? That's okay. Alright, yeah, kind of glad I didn't do that automatically. Gotta be at least a little careful. I think I'm good with headgear for heroes, so I'm just gonna sell that. Should probably review that real quick. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's way better. King's already got one. Yeah, so I think selling that was okay. I like the druid having this extra resistance. Okay, now they can go in there, but I'm going to wait until the next turn so they automatically heal a little bit first. These armies may be okay to move out again soon. It's kind of hard for me to tell. Like, I think right now I should maintain the status quo down here until the Tigrans are actually dead. Their leader should still be up top somewhere, I think. I don't remember seeing him underground. I think it was just a different hero that was with them earlier that I saw down here. I don't want to take any chances with messing things up down here. I've got good defensive lines of sight set up. So I think I am just going to stay on defense. And as soon as the Tigran goes down, these guys are just going to unleash and go after Blue in the underground, I think. And then until then, I'll reinforce down here a bit. Put this guy on camp so I keep him separate from that golem. Actually, doesn't make any sense. I'll just have him both sitting on the city. As I reinforce that, I will eventually get this pesky structure taken care of. Alright, so I got my fort there, so this builder can move on to go do something else. Was thinking about building or making a builder in this area to get a little easier bridge access. I think that's also a good idea. They're building a temple, or that city's building a temple right now. This one is currently building a hospital. I don't want to cancel. Well, actually, the hospital is. Both of those could be canceled, no problem. I could repurpose this builder for going that route, and then finish that road later. I don't think anyone has to use it soon, so I'll probably just build a builder there and have this guy go down towards this other area, so I can build a bridge. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I can at least have him build the road partway to get across the bridge. Okay, well that's good for this turn, I think. So here's crossing my fingers and hoping for a research boost. That would be just awesome. And I've surpassed 200 casting points, so that is also good news. Javaska won a battle. Where? That'll tell me in the next turn, I suppose. Stupid ships. It's just annoying, like, that I have to deal with them at all. You know, I want to kill him, but on the other hand, like, I kind of want to just ignore him and keep the offense going. Like, yeah, they're an eyesore, and yeah, they are going to lower the morale of the city, but they can't threaten it at all. And once I destroy the Tigrans, they become, I think... Do they become hostile independence or neutral? It may have something to do with whether or not the Tigran surrenders. I would assume they would remain hostile, and I won't be accepting the surrender. Let's see where he won a battle at. Well, that's rather inconsequential. He's got this other city down here too. That's kind of annoying. I'm assuming this is just an island with nothing else. Okay, so there's more stuff over here. You know, having this navy out here is maybe not a bad idea. I'm getting a lot of useful exploration done in that area. Really hope I can find his king soon. Alright, it's gonna it will basically cost me a turn to deal with this navy, because I can embark the units, then attack with a ferry, and then I could unembark them on the next turn. They're all healed. Well, they were sitting in a city with the Masters Guild, that might be why. Unless they actually just got through the last battle with no damage. Let's, I think the flame tanks are going to really be my best bet here because of the fire weakness and the low resistance on those boats. I'll just get rid of these now while I'm here. See, they all lose all their movement, so they can't do anything. I will also add in these guys. add in somebody that can repair them and reload them, so throw the engineer. Well, actually the engineer doesn't need to reload anything. We'll just throw the Juggernaut in, some extra firepower, and then get him with the ferry. Actually, I'm going to move the ferry. So she's closer to the boats. It says probable victory. I think setting up the flame tanks correctly, I should be fine. Problem is, these are all gold rank boats too, so they have a whole bunch of extra health. At least my units are embarked on ironclads, that helps. And they did all let their guard down, so this should actually be a cakewalk. Except that I gotta wait a turn. Okay. Well, they've already used their... opening cannonball attack, so I think it should be fine. Gonna keep the Juggernaut kind of more in the back. And want to maybe spread them out a little bit so that fire arrows don't kind of hurt all of them. I guess this is probably okay. Leave those ferries back because they're a little fragile, maybe more so than the tanks. Oh no, Relentless Army. Okay, so I think these guys, the flame tanks, all have 100% fire protection. Okay, so I don't need to worry about burning them. Let's back up and go ahead and open up with a mortar. Oh yeah, this is not hard at all. That was doing like 40 damage a hit, my gosh. Okay, so that's taken care of. I don't see any other Manicore Riders in the area, so I should be okay. Let's see, one of those guys goes with the King's group. Who was the ferry with? I think the ferry was just with this other miscellaneous group here. I'm going to leave her there. We'll organize that stuff on the next turn. Probably should move everyone together. Alright, I'll figure that out on the next turn. Just going to have to divvy up some flame tanks. Okay, Serpent March is done. So I can start making mature reed serpents. There's nothing better to make here. I did hurry production once. I'm going to let the city happiness go back up so it gets above 200. And I'm going to just put that on infinite production of reed serpents for now. I think an observatory would be useful here after the builder's hall. Actually, on that note, let's queue up some stuff. Observatory next, then probably public baths after that. Maybe a shrine. Maybe we'll get lucky and that'll auto-complete something. Got seduction for my sorcerer, which comes at just the right time, because now I'm going after all these animals. One way or another, I'm getting that snake. Alright, I'm not going to cast Thunderstorm or anything like that, anything crazy that could potentially kill the snake. I'm just going to start with trying to curse it. There we go, successful curse helps. May as well buff somebody, touch by faith. Alright. We'll let them come after me, I suppose. Stupid monkeys. So... I think I want to try to stun that reed serpent. Or feathered serpent. That has a lot of... That's very resistant to that. I'm just going to go after these monkeys so they don't... Oh, hey, cool. That was a single hit kill. Kind of want to cause fear, maybe? Could I do that? Now, we'll just let it all get a little closer to where my range attacks can light some stuff up and go from there. No reason to overextend myself. I may have already done that with the knight. Oh, they heal each other. Okay, if you kill that snake, you will be extradited from the army. Extradited is not the word I want. Expelled. Well, get rid of him. Curse that guy and lower his movement a little bit. Also want to curse... I can't curse the boar. I can try to stun the boar. Okay, that helps. Trying to just make sure that snake doesn't kill itself trying to go after the knight. Okay, that's a helpful critical. Okay, I would like to get that feathered serpent. That might be a possibility. So what I'm going to do is move the least threatening unit to where the snake could reach it. Let the snake come after me, try to charm the snake, and then if it fails, try it again and again and again until I get it. If it succeeds, great, I can go after that reed serpent, or I keep calling it a reed serpent, a feathered serpent. It's probably going to go after my fairy. Yep. Ouch. No, they both want to go after my fairy, do they? Okay, well that's not allowed. I actually don't have... Never did get harmonizing energy on this guy, so I was kind of zoned in on other stuff. I can turn it around with Curse, I think. So now it's at least not looking at the fairy, but that doesn't really help. I gotta get stuff out there to actually protect that fairy. And kill the... Okay, I think I know what to do. Back the fairy up here. Move the knight here, then here. Get a nice, good, strong hit on that thing. I think I'm just going to kill it because I want the maximum number of chances to get that baby shock serpent. Even though I should be able to get it easily, I don't necessarily trust this game in that regard. That baby shock serpent may go after the toadstool fairy. I could always slow it. I'd rather not really waste mana doing that if I don't have to. I feel like there's got to be another way. Because my mana is going towards great mobilization right now, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. I feel like there's got to be another way to slow that down or get in its way. I don't think there is. Alright, I'm just going to slow it. Not with this guy. Just... want to maximize my chances of getting that, because that's... We're talking about a potential tier 4 unit. And then the Matriarch I think is okay sitting here. It'll hopefully attack her and lower its guard. And meanwhile, that fairy needs some serious healing. Okay, I don't think that thing can move without the knight killing it. Just in case, I'm going to probably shoot it. Okay, now it's dead. Really? Okay. I know one way to get this thing to lower its guard for sure. Oh, no, I can't do that. It's slowed. Attacks of opportunity. Alright. Come on, man. Give it one more try, and if it doesn't, I'm just going to try mass charming it. But, dude, there is a Naga Matriarch right here. Go after it. I only want it to hit me once. Nope, it is being very stubborn. Alright, then we're just gonna do this. 50% charm. Okay, I just got it. Maybe I was being a little too cautious, but I've seen the numbers roll the wrong way one too many times. Yeah, I could use a mount. Not every hero has one. Might actually not be a bad one for the Frostling, because it gives some fire protection. Why not? Plus, he just looks cool. Alright, so I'm gonna split the fairy off from that group, although the fairy really needs healing. She kind of needs to... she could go with them. There's a Forge Priest. He'll patch her up. So this is kind of the new group here, the Sorcerer's Army, and that once the Snake levels up and once this guy gets Inflict Daze will be a force to be reckoned with. Also, Matriarchs at Gold rank getting Call Lightning is going to be awesome, especially when combined with Thunderstorm. So that army is going to be extremely powerful, and then for the time being, I'm going to leave some backup units with them. I'm going to leave probably these guys around, so that they can just tag along, just in case like I get jumped by a bunch of units out of nowhere. And then as far as the rest of these units goes, I'm probably just gonna have them defend in this area. Keep an eye out for stuff. So we'll send him back to join him. And we'll have all these guys come out, or at least some of these guys come out. And we'll keep that army all together for now, maybe positioned right here. We'll probably move them somewhere else eventually. This also isn't a bad spot for a fort right there, but then again, with this route open, I kind of need to protect this choke point and this choke point now. Hero upgraded again. Let's see, what can we get? Sorcery, I might just save it for sorcery, so that maybe I can cast a couple extra spells. I think that's what I'm going to do. Harmonizing Energy would have come in useful there. You know what? He's got 6 more levels to go. He'll have plenty of... I think he'll have plenty of casting points. Well, he currently has 70, and Chaos Rift takes 70 to cast. So, I will save it for sorcery for now, and rely on the priest for most of the healing. I think he's got a healing item, doesn't he? No, he does not. He could kind of use one of those. I should check and see with my other heroes, because I think this sorcerer could use one now more than most other heroes. So if somebody has a potion of healing, this guy, or no, that's a seduction potion. If I made any potions of healing for anybody else, it might be more useful on the sorcerer. I don't want to take it away from that army because they're liable to get beat up too. Although they're a larger percentage of machines. Yeah, not that one specifically though. How about the king? That's a seduction potion. Yeah, I need more potions of healing. I think for now I'm just gonna leave that with him since they're doing some pretty heavy fighting. But I need to try to create a potion of healing after I'm done with some of these other items. First, though, was the gear I was making for my king. And by the way, this needs to be sent to the king right away. Yeah. Now, I was going to build him up for some shock resistance, and I don't think that plan hasn't really changed. So I want to take a look at him and see what we can do here. So we got that basic shield, which I'm probably going to replace with a shock protection one. Basic ring I'll replace with some shock and some fire protection. I had actually done the math on this in the last episode. Probably should have checked that, but I think between the three I also need fire protection because I want him to have fire immunity. No, I only need one to have fire protection because he'll get forge aprons, and that'll make up for another 40%. So for the shield, let's start with that. Alright, so forge item. In this case, let's see. Okay, yeah, we're going to want shield. What's something that looks like it would resist shock? Actually, maybe that blue one was a good one. Yeah, that one just looks like it resists electricity. Okay, so we'll go with that. We'll go with shock protection, obviously, and fire protection. Maybe I want to get... Man, I would like to throw a defender on there too. And that's only 3. But he's already got defender from a different item, so I don't really need that. Is there anything else that might be more beneficial? I don't think I need martial arts because he's not going to be on the attack. Or shield light. No, I think this is probably good. I'm going to give him shield, fire, and shock. Oh wait, no, I could give him some extra defense too. Hang on. Let's remove the fire protection for a minute. I can always get fire protection from something else. I think for the shield, I would like to actually just add the +1 defense, because it just adds on to the rest of the defense that he's getting massive bonuses for, and we will call it Zappy Shield of Power. Hey, I think that's the most creative name I've come up with for anything so far. Is it worth hurrying? The city might be really happy. It's not too expensive either. Given how many items I want to make right now, I think I'm just going to hurry production on that. Alright, and then Kinga just got this massive helmet, so his defense just went up to 28. So that's good news. I believe I can sell this other helmet. Yep, everybody else's stuff is better. Yep, I'm just going to sell this. Oh yeah, city needs orders. This one's getting close to a Grand Palace, needs a temple next. I might consider hurrying production on a few more things, just to get to Grand Palaces faster. If it's not going to impact the morale overall, I don't see a reason not to. If the cities can handle it, I'm good with it. That city, not so much, so we'll just have them build a hospital to help with happiness there. Praise the Leader Festival, so extra gold, always good. I don't think I got any of the research things I was hoping for. Fairies have a quest, slay the dragons. What are they offering for it? A couple of fairies? Yeah, I can do that. I can do that, no problem. I'll probably just send these machines back and burn them to death. Let's see here, who's got easiest, most movement? Hopefully the dragon doesn't come right out, and I can just see the dragon jumping out and murdering that fairy, like right off the bat. I just don't want to deal with that. I will give the fairy some healing from that priest on this turn, and then the rest of you, we'll have the golem go in and start the fight. That's what I was worried he would do to the ferry and just outright kill it. Alright, so we need everybody to wait for a turn. And then just go nuts on the dragon. Probably best to split up and go at different angles. Alright, so unfortunately that thing... Well, unfortunately for that thing, it's standing right next to those guys. Can I hit a mortar out here without damaging my own units? Yes, I can. I'm a little worried that dragon might kind of wreck the Forge Priest there. No, I think I should kill it here. Okay. Yay. I'll take it. I'll take a few extra units in this area. I don't think that'd be a bad thing. Alright, then they can all hang out with the ferry, and now she's got 2 healers in that group. They're out of movement. Oh yeah, they're out of movement because of the new snake. That's fine. We'll wait for that. I want this guy to go ahead and build the fort up ahead. Actually, you know what? Build a fortress. Yeah, we'll build a fort right here. No, not a watchtower. Fortress. Alright, and I will go ahead and I think the snake will be okay. I want to have them sitting on that builder. I don't want something running through here and grabbing it or nabbing it. We'll have the fairies hang out kind of near the snake, so just a little extra safety there. They're good. Okay, good there. Back here, I've made some priests. I think I'm kind of good with them for now. I can maybe use some more down south-ish. Send him off that way. I'm thinking about just having the city sit on gold production for now. Because it's already got that grand palace. Actually, you know what? Given all the items I want to make right now, I think an arcane item forge might not be a bad idea. I'm going to go ahead and get that. I think having a second city making items might be useful. Because there's a lot of people that could still use like healing potions and stuff. Okay, so here I want Grand Temple. This one's probably okay to hurry as well. Oh, definitely. Yeah, if I've got all this extra gold, I may as well. And this group is almost done. I'm making one more ironclad, and that navy will be ready to ship out. And that'll be fun. Dwarves want to join my empire. I don't, but thanks for reminding me that... Okay, demanded tribute is 4 turns left. So I'm going to hold off on that. Exit. Okay. And back to the scouts. Oh look, Manicore Rider coming across the water. Hopefully it doesn't see that guy. Alright, well I think I need to go ahead and start wrapping this up here. We're coming up on an hour, so in the next episode I will be hopefully getting these units in the water, getting ready to go after Red, heading off to the next Tigrant City, and yeah, just generally breaking more stuff. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next episode.